If you're like the majority of guys, you dream of someday owning one of these bad boys, so you can throw yourself around in your rod while accurately calculating lateral G-forces, acceleration, and braking on that old junker. But times are tight all over, so what are we gonna do about it? There's no substitute for a generous, well-designed G-meter holder, and it starts with a solid base. Any box won't do. No low-quality boxes will hold up to the abuse and extreme G-force, so you definitely need a high-performance box for a high-performance job. And I'm fresh out, so let's go get one. Rising up to the challenge is this lovely box. It wasn't cheap, but you get what you pay for, especially in high performance equipment. No guts, no glory, so let's get started. First step is very important. We need some precise measurements for a tight fit. This is a wonderful upgrade for an old car. I know this is an old beast, one from when dinosaurs and unicorns roamed free, but there's still something about it that gets my heart pounding. Maybe it's the brakes. Stuff is pretty thin, so it should be pretty simple to cut. So now it's time to transfer your blueprint measurements on over to the sheet. You might want to use a scrap box for your mock-up though. Times are tight all over. Now you can hold it together with rivets or glue or weld or silicone, but I prefer the chrome tape for that look of luxury, wealth, and power. So anyways, that looks pretty secure there. Now it's almost time to drill the hole that will actually mount the main mechanism. It's getting pretty exciting, isn't it? Next up is the most important part, the alignment of the G-meter, a very crucial step in the calibration of the unit. So in order to make this thing work perfect, we need to drill a precision hole exactly dead center in your holder. I did eventually find the center, kind of a process of elimination, using a series of complex logarithms. So now it's time to drill the hole in the middle. Now of course I can't seem to find the adapter kit I need for this here hole saw, so we're gonna have to resort back to the grinder again. Remember, safety first. Now we gotta cut out a perfect hole for the center to hold the cup. That should just about do her. Man, this thing's looking good. For the ultimate in luxury options and safety, the G-meter can be fully or partially padded. So you want to head on down to your local truck stop or gas station bathroom and pick yourself up one of these rolls. It's a good time to have a case of the runs. Alrighty, the safety padding has been installed, but what about those long cruise nights when you need a place to stash your sody? Well, the answer is a built-in cup holder. And all you need is one of these handy units. Now the cup holder is installed and ready, But what if that cutie on the Ave is yelling out her info? We definitely need a writing stick then. And look what I found laying around the bathroom to alleviate that situation. They even have holes in the bottom to let all the sticky stuff out. And there it is, doing its job. Quite nicely, I might add. What's next? One accessory that's not an option is the candy holder. You definitely need one of those for those long late night Friday cruises. For the ultimate in anti-theft devices, you could chain it down with one of these big blocks, but it's a lot easier just to leave these guys laying around. That way nobody will come and steal it on you. Kind of makes this thing obsolete. Okay, I just filled her up and now I got enough gas to make it. Now who wouldn't enjoy the pleasure of a jug full of sticky, watered down soda on a boiling hot day? So for a couple of bucks you can get that familiar red, white and green cup on a happening Friday night, just to make that cruise more pleasant and stops a lot more frequent. But after the night's over and the petrol's burned, where does the rubbish go? Now you could huck it out the window like everybody else, but we roll a little different around here. We're going to make a big G meter that can measure those extreme lateral Gs, and big block acceleration, and through the window braking. All at an affordable price. After all, a fast car is only fun when driven aggressively. Unfortunately, it won't measure engine horsepower, but it makes up for it in charm and personality. And it's a beautiful day for a much needed device to be created. Let's see what's on the 8-track. This project is suitable for anybody experienced in both drinking and driving. Both skills are needed for this one. If I had more time, I'd stop for Zaw slices, but this is way too exciting to pass up for greasy crap like that. Now the main ingredient is something everybody has access to. Let's check this place out and maybe get a stale dog or two. Check out that front door service for us. And there you have it. If that doesn't scream high tech, then you're not listening. Besides, when have I ever built something that doesn't work? This is going to be perfect. It even doubles as a handy garbage can. So what's going on? After several years of tedious calculations on my 486, our lid is now capable of measuring G's plus acceleration and braking, which happens lots with old cars. The center is the ultimate goal at 1G. Every outer ring is a tenth less. To ensure 100% accurate results, the cup must be filled to exactly below the rim. Then you're ready to hammer through the gears, otherwise you're just wasting your time. I spent a year in hell one weekend refining this thing, so I know it works real good. There is some cars where this thing won't fit, so you do need a ride with a lot of room, and I know just the car. First thing you gotta do is mount this beast, which is not as easy as it sounds. I just gotta make sure I attach it real good. And you want to put on 2 or 3 layers of tape on this. You want it secure there. There's nothing more inconvenient than having to pull over to wipe your G meter off the headliner and windows. let's get out of here and go give our G meter a shot.